In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to create a fun colouring book interior which you can sell on the Kindle Direct Publishing platform. So if you haven't been here before, my name is Rory and I run this channel called Mr. Roza, and I like to talk about ways you can make money online, and in today we're going to be looking at Kindle Direct Publishing. So as I'm sure you've heard in my previous videos, the trending niches at the moment are activity books due to this lockdown period that we're in at the moment, and one of those games or activities you can play is colouring. Now these have become very popular in the recent months, and I'm going to show you how you can create it using Adobe Illustrator, but I know some of you that may be quite a lot of money to pay for as a subscription, but there is many free alternatives such as Canva and Inkscape which you can use. So let's just jump straight into this video and have a look at how well they are selling at the moment. So now that we're in Amazon.com, let's just start off by searching colouring books. So it comes up with 30,000 results. Now that shows you that it's a very popular niche and people are looking for it, as well as a lot of people selling it. So if we have a little scroll down, again look at this, a colouring book for toddlers. And as you can see, this is an Amazon KDP book, and it is called A Snarky Adult Colouring Book I Run on Coffee, Sarcasm and Lipstick. So it has 416 reviews, which shows that it's very popular. And if we just have a quick look inside, let's just have a look at what kind of stuff is there. So it doesn't look like you can see a huge amount, but just from this cover we can see they've got a pattern-like background with just a simple bit of text over the top. Now if we have a look at the bestsellers rank for this book, it has a bestsellers rank of 951. So if we go to our BSR to sales calculator, type in 951 and then calculate, it shows us that it's getting 2,278 sales per month. Now, like I showed in the other video, we can calculate how much they are earning roughly if we do 2,278 times 1.5, and that comes up with a profit of $3,417. Now that is just from that one book, so that is a good amount of sales. Now let's just try and find another one. If we type in actually animal colouring books, it might niche it down a bit, so we get less searches. So animal colouring book, and then 9,000 results. So it's still very, very popular. Now we've just got to find an Amazon KDP one and keep scrolling. And this looks like it's an Amazon KDP one. So it is Alaskan Wildlife Colouring Book. Now Alaskan Wildlife, I'm sure that has niched down quite a lot, but as you can see, it is still very popular with a 65 reviews and a bestsellers rank of, where is it? 622. Oh no, that's in colouring books. Has a bestsellers rank of 57,937. And we'll just calculate that in a second, but let's just have a quick look inside. So as you can see, it's very simple stuff. I'm sure these people, they might have, but I'm sure they didn't draw it themselves. They would have found an image online and just sort of create a borderline for it in Adobe Illustrator, which is what I'm going to show you later on in this video. So if we go over to the BSR calculator and get that bestsellers rank again of 57,937, so 57,937, type search, it is getting 80 sales per month. And then if we calculate that, 80 times 1.5 equals $120 in profit per month, which isn't as good as the last one, but it's still very good because that is just from one book. Imagine if you had maybe 100 of these, that gives us $12,000 per month just from 100 books that are getting a rank like this. So as you can see, it is very, very popular. And actually, let's just have a look how many Alaskan wildlife colouring books there are. So if we just type in Alaskan wildlife, so there is only 17 results, and yet this has still a very, very good bestsellers rank. So now I'm going to show you how you can create this interior in Adobe Illustrator. So the site I'm going to use to get my free vectors is one called Vecteezy, which is very good. You can also pay for a pro version to get more vectors, which you can use in Adobe Illustrator. But let's just think of a niche. So I think I'm going to go for a type of animal. Now, a very popular animal with colours is a butterfly. So I'm going to type in butterfly. and see what comes up. So if we have a scroll down, so the ones with a star are a pro version. Unfortunately, I do not have that. It's just a small subscription you have to pay for. And let's just try and, actually, look at this. This is the perfect thing we are looking for. So all you've got to do is click free download, and it will download right away for you. So now that I have that in my downloads folder, I'm going to go into Adobe Illustrator and create a new file. Now, if you've seen my other videos, you will know that the interior sizes are 6.125 inches by 9.25. Now, originally it's actually 6 by 9, but by the 1.25 and the 0.25, that is including the bleed, because when you upload this interior, there is going to be a bleed option. So if we go and click create, that will create our base interior. Now what we're going to want to do is go and open this downloads folder and go and click and drag the file which you've downloaded from Vecteezy into Adobe Illustrator. Just click yes, and there we have our 9 butterflies which we can use in a colouring book. So the one I'm going to use for now is just this one here, and then I'm going to click Command C to copy it, and then I'm going to go and click Command V to paste it in here. Now it's a bit small for me at the moment, so I'm just going to drag it out a bit, holding shift so it doesn't change the size. Then I'm going to try and find the center point to center it on my page. So now that I've found that center point, you can clearly see that it's centered in the front of my page. I don't know what's happened there. And yes, so you can see that it's now centered in my page. And then what you're going to want to do is actually remove the color on the butterfly. So if you just zoom in a bit and then select the whole butterfly, go to edit and then edit colors and then recolor artwork, it's going to come up with this sort of table here. Now you've got 4 colors here at the moment, and the black color is the outline of our butterfly. So these 3 we're going to want to remove. So if you double click that and then come to this menu, and then you're going to want to drag it into the top left corner, which is the white option. If we just go through each color and just do that quickly. So last one, click OK, then click OK here. We have now got a butterfly with no color. This is a very simple butterfly, so you can mess around a bit and add a sort of background on it, but for me, I quite like this sort of simple design, as I'm going to be targeting more the younger ages where maybe they're not as advanced in colouring. So this is a perfect way to introduce a kid to colouring. Now what you're going to want to do is go to the rectangle tool and just go into the top corner and drag a box over the butterfly. Now as you can see, it is white selected down here, but you're going to want to click none so you don't see it. Now the program I use to make my interiors is called Keynote. Now that's the Apple version. You can get the Windows version, PowerPoint, and then what I'm going to want to do is go into Keynote and just wait for it to open, then click New Document and click Basic White. That is what I want, and there it comes up with the presentation. Now what you're going to want to do is select these 3 boxes and just remove them, they are not needed. Then go to Document and then Slide Size, Custom Slide Size, and as you can see it is in points. So what you're going to want to do is convert these points to the inches, which was the 6.125 and 9.25. So if we go into Google again, then if we go 6.125 inches to points, and click enter, it will come up with 441 points. So you're going to want to copy that, then go back into Keynote and just paste it here. Now do the same for the 9.25, so I'm just going to change this to 9.25, then it comes up with 666 as the answer. So copy that, go into Keynote, paste it, and then click OK. Now this is, I'm just going to zoom out a bit, but this is looking more like a book cover, book interior, sorry. So next step is to go back into Illustrator, just select the whole thing, and then click Command C or Control C, then go back into Keynote and just click Command V. And as you can see, we now have our butterfly. So like I said in my last video, where if you want to have like an answer page, what you can do is, if you're having 120 pages, you can make 60 of them where you colour it in, and then the other 60 as the answer page. Now there's many ways you can try and get back the colours on the butterfly. I'm just going to go and do the easy of just clicking Command Z until I get back to the option where I had the colours. So here is the colours. Now what I'm going to do is get the box again and just highlight over the butterfly. Now once again click none so you can't see it, then click V to get back to the select tool and just highlight the whole thing, click Command C and go back into Keynote. We're going to want to add a slide, so if I just Command C that and just Command V that, then remove that, go back into Illustrator again, Command C, Command V. And now we have 2 pages, one where you can colour it in and then one as the correct colours. So there is many different things you could do with this kind of book. You could possibly put numbers and then put like a key at the top of the page. So say if we wanted 1 to be yellow, we could just put 1 in each spot where it's yellow and then just put a key across the top. There's many different things you can do in this scenario, but this was just a basic video where I showed you how it is possible to create colour notebook interior in Adobe Illustrator. So I hope you guys found that video useful. I hope this is something you can implement and hopefully get many sales for yourself to earn a bit of money at home. Let me know how it goes in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear your stories, and if there's any tips you want to give me, be sure to leave that in the comments below. I'll be reading all your comments and replying to them. But can I just ask you guys to like and subscribe? It means the world to me. It doesn't take you half a second to do. And, well, I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.